Welcome to KM Builds, and by the thumbnail and title of this video you already know that we need your help. We are hoping that one of you or some of you out there can give us some advice on our truck that we are currently putting on air suspension and putting the Honda Fireblade motorbike engine into. The issue we have today is more around placement of the engine and the prop shaft, so let me show you the scenario, and I'll also try and do a bit of a drawing on the whiteboard to try and simplify things. But we just have a few things that we're not really sure on. We've asked a few people, but we're hoping there's someone out there will be able to give us as much advice as possible. We think we're in the right direction. We just need a bit of expertise from someone to be able to say, yeah, that is okay, and then if not, maybe a possible solution. So anything you see in this video, please put it in the comments and we will look at it and hopefully take it on board into the truck. But let me show you our current issue, and for those of you who are new, what we are doing and what we've done so far to try and give you a bit of a backstory. So the rear subframe you see there, that is an MX-5 rear subframe, and we also have a diff installed, which you can see the mounting surface of the diff there. This is our Honda Fireblade motorbike engine. I've placed it, that is currently sat on the floor, and we have also removed the top of the bed, as we do have an idea for this yet, but make sure you stay tuned to the channel to see what we're going to do. But there's a reason we've removed the top of the bed, not just to give us more access for this conversion. So let me run you through our main concern, or our main issue. So as you can see, the engine is actually sat quite close because of this support here. We can get rid of that, and that is what we may end up doing, but the reason for removing that is so we can move the engine forward. The current issue we have is that the sprocket for the engine, there will be an adapter going onto that, but it is actually sitting about 6 inches higher than the diff. So as you can see there, the diff level and the sprocket is actually quite a bit higher. So for us to add a prop shaft, there is going to be a bit of an angle, and that is where we need some advice or some expertise. So we are pretty sure you can add a prop shaft at a bit of an angle. From what I can see online, all you have to make sure is that the two mating surfaces are parallel to each other. So if you make sure they're nice and square and was to draw a straight line, as long as they're perfectly parallel, the prop shaft can be at an angle. But we don't know if there's a maximum angle at which the prop shaft can be at. So if you do know that, or if there is any limitations, you think of these massive lifted trucks in America, they do have prop shafts, and some of them, they seem like the prop shaft is actually at like a 45-degree angle. I know they don't really rev that high and all that, but we just don't know if it is possible for this. But the other solution we may have to make it less of a severe angle, because the engine is so close together, we may remove this here. We've already removed one. There was one here, you can see there is a patch there. The plan is at the end is to add a few tubes across, because we're going to be in a bit of a tube frame in there, so we will support this back up. So we don't know whether or not to remove this one as well. And moving the engine forward, it will make the angle at which the prop shaft sits at less severe, because there's a longer area for it to go across rather than the engine being really close together. So let me show you on the whiteboard our two possibilities. So I've drawn our two possible options. So this is kind of the current setup. This section here is that brace which I currently showed you, and the engine is currently sat quite close. So you would see that if we had a prop shaft, the prop shaft would be really small and it would be really angled. Whereas on this you can see, if we remove the section there, so we remove the brace, which you would have seen in that one, if we removed it, we can move the engine a lot further forward, meaning that we can add a longer prop shaft and it's less of an angle than that on the previous idea. So we do also have the option of going for the sprocket and chain driven rear diff, but we do like the idea of having the prop shaft. It will look a lot better underneath, and it should hopefully be a lot safer if we get it right than the chain. And also we don't want to remove this section here, the main brace, because this is where we were currently planning on putting the fuel tank, right behind the seats, away from all the edges, so that if it crashes there's not going to be touched, hopefully. But if we move the engine forward, then obviously we're going to have to relocate the fuel tank somewhere else. So we just want to make sure we're doing the right decision before we move that rear brace and move the engine forward. If you are new to the channel, just to give a backstory, we're not really going to be driving this on the road. We're probably going to get trailer places, but we would like to do a bit of drifting in it, maybe. Nothing over the top, but just some basic drifting at some shows and stuff. So it's not like it's going to be going high speeds, but we do want to make it as safe as possible. So if that angled prop shaft can work, then please let us know. Or if you have any other ideas, then again, let us know. I know there isn't really anything done in this video as such, but being the new year 2025, we want to get this truck finished. So we want to make a good start now, and this is kind of the main big decision of placing the engine so we can start to get it tube mounted into place. If you do have any advice, please put it in the comments and let us know. We're not experts in this. This is our first major project, any sort of engine conversion on the channel. So we are new to all this, and it's all part of the learning curve. We think we're in the right direction. We think we can get away with it, but please let us know if there's anything we have to do, if we have to brace the middle of the prop shaft or anything that we have to do to make sure this is safe, then please let us know. If you're interested in what we actually end up doing with this, then make sure to go and drop a subscribe so you can see the rest of this project. We also have some other projects going on. We've just completed a mini cafe racer project, which was pretty cool. But that is it for this video. I appreciate it's not the usual video, and we appreciate any help that you can give, but we will catch you in the next one.